The rotating bezel stress relief quality, the awe-inspiring loom, the rugged construction and the butch shape and size have turned the divers into the most popular style of watch in the world. These features have become so sought after that it seems that the guaranteed way to success for a new brand is to build one. The only other thing watch collectors like as much as the divers are specs. In a hobby where value is 99% subjective, objective measurements seem to bring some order to the fold, giving collectors the semblance of sanity most of us don't really deserve. The Monarte Squid is a diver. It has great specs. Is it a good watch though? Let's find out together. Two things stand out when looking at the case of the Squid: the crown guards and the lugs. While the blocky guards fully protect the sides of the wavy patterned screw-down sign crown and give the watch a technical, toolish appearance, the lugs bring a very elegant, almost anti-diver vibe. Their polished deep chamfering on the outside carries over to the profile of the watch, creating an unexpected dimension that makes the watch appear even thinner than its 11.5mm measurement. The case back is really spectacular. The limited edition might benefit from the sight of an 18-karat gold custom rotor under a sapphire crystal, but I just love the vintage nostalgia induced by a squid wearing a top hat, beautifully matching the font used for the branding info. Regardless of the variant though, one of Squid's truly unique selling points is being able to offer an ISO-rated resistance to 30 bar of pressure, making it one of the few microbrand divers allowed to place the professional apostrophe on their spec sheet. The Squid's main USP is what quietly ticks under the caseback though. The revered and so rarely found in microbrand watches ETA 2824 is said to be tested and regulated within CASC specifications. I really like the steel bezel of this watch. Its sunray brushing makes it look quite similar to the Oris Aquis special editions, and its 120 clicks are precise and crisp. Unfortunately, only the triangle at noon is loomed, as I would have liked to see at least the carved out numerals being lit in the dark. What's lit in the dark, however, and to spectacular results may I add, are the hands. This loom pattern is not only amazing, but so well thought out and consistent, with the second hand completing the main indicators in every way imaginable. In bright light, the originality of the hands gets yet another dimension through their unique finishing. There's a thick rehaut that hosts a rather discreet minute track and the all-important Swiss-made insignia. Partially nestled in sharp crevices cut in it, mirror-polished markers are hand-applied in a configuration that sees the cardinal points being indicated by triangles and the other positions by hexagonal prisms. Surprisingly, even the 6 o'clock gets a triangle despite integrating a date aperture that's more legible than 90% of the competition's. In fact, for the amount of information it hosts, the dial doesn't look cluttered at all. The applied logo and the painted automatic inscription sit on an angular pedestal, while the writing under the pinion is supported by an organically shaped platform that follows the outline of the classical font used. The intricate pattern of the dial is realized using an equally intricate method. An initial dial was created using a hand-operating lathe machine and was then scanned and replicated using CNC machines. Concentric guillocheted circles of diminishing size draw the eyes towards the center of the dial in a hypnotic dance evoking aquatic fossils. Unfortunately, I'm not impressed with the matte groove that hosts the hidden inscription Tempus Arsque Coniuncte, which is Latin for time and art combined, and the reason is that it breaks the perfect proportions by which the engraved circles get smaller. The flat sapphire crystal benefits from a triple application of AR coating on both sides. The blue glow of the BGW9 creates a true spectacle after dark. The Superluminova compound is evenly applied on hands, and Monarte claimed the markers are actual blocks of lume. I'm not really sold on the bracelet. Don't get me wrong, this is well-built oyster-style hardware, flexible yet robust. It's nothing special though, and not consistent with the exuberant design of the watch. I believe a bead of rice would have been a better complement to the Squid's aesthetics. One aspect I'm not keen on, but I'm willing to overlook and admittedly might even be a great feature for some, is the double screw system that keeps the links together. It makes sizing the bracelet a daunting task, but as the brand's owner puts it, you only do it once. And that's partly due to a clasp that can further be adjusted via 3 holes and a diver's extension. And of course, the solid end links benefit from quick-release spring bars, which I took advantage of in order to try the watch on my Wise FKM straps. On my 19cm wrist though, I have to admit that the watch looks the best on its bracelet. It wears true to its 40.5mm diameter, so it should appeal to people whose wrists measure between 6 and 8.5 inches. Before giving my verdict if one should ignore, consider, shortlist or buy the Squid, let's just point out there are 3 colorways to choose from: black, green and blue, and get the pros summed up in a nice little spreadsheet. This is a watch that is original, is well built, is ISO rated down to 300 meters and yet is 11.5mm thin, is Swiss made, is regulated ETA powered, and now for the cherry on the top, it comes with a 5-year warranty. That being said, I believe the €990 price tag that includes all and any applicable taxes plus insured shipping anywhere in the world is simply too good a proposition to pass on. If $1,000 is budget friendly for you, then you'd be hard pressed to find a better deal. I, however, am not sold on the €1,500 special edition if a gold-plated rotor is all the extra one gets. I don't know, perhaps the packaging should be different between the 2 variants, but truth be told, I am yet to see any type of packaging. There are still some things that are not entirely clear, so instead of telling you to straight out buy this watch, I believe you should shortlist it and get further clarification from another review or from Domen, the brand's owner himself. Meanwhile, you can check my review of another $1,000 watch you can still pre-order, or my review of a rather underwhelming microbrand diver legend. Like, subscribe, comment, and get the watch you want.